So what happens is, tertiary butyl bromide is called as substrate. OH minus is called as attacking nucleophile. All these points you have to write. This is called as product and this is called as leaving nucleophile. This is called as leaving nucleophile. So the first step we have to do is we have to understand what kind of a reaction this is. Basically, it is a substitution reaction. Why is this a substitution reaction, Sarah? Because OH minus is displacing Br minus. Displacement or substitute is taking its place. Is this point clear? Now substitution can be done by either a nucleophile or an electrophile. Here the substitution is being done by nucleophile. So you have a subscript N. So S stands for substitution, N stands for nucleophile. You have to write that. You have to say that S stands for substitution and N stands for nucleophile. About the order, whether it is 1 or 2, that is what we are going to discuss now. How does the reaction take place? See, it's very simple. Okay, I have space here. Na? So what happens is, I'll थोड़ा इसको और नीचे करता हूँ, तो I'll get more space. Okay, that is better. So now what happens is, listen carefully, how does the reaction take place? The reaction takes place in 2 steps. So we have step 1, it is formation of stable tertiary butyl carbonium ion. Formation of stable tertiary butyl carbonium ion. Okay. Now what happens in this case is, listen carefully. See, we have CH3 Br. Now you have actually water, na, basically. You have water HOH. Now this is delta plus and this is delta minus. So what is happening is there is a pull. The pull is weakening the carbon-bromine bond. And then what happens because of that? This is the slow step. And what happens? You get tertiary butyl carbonium ion plus Br minus. So always in chemical kinetics you have studied that if it's a reaction with multiple elementary and complex reaction. What is an elementary reaction, Sarah? One which happens in 1 step. So all reactions we studied in chemical kinetics are elementary reactions. Opposite of that is a complex reaction. So these are all organic reactions are complex reactions. What are complex reactions? Those which take place in many steps. So reaction which take place in many steps, what is it that we have to know? Reaction which take place in many steps, that step which is slow step will be the rate determining step. So here this is the slow step, therefore this is the rate determining step. RDS means rate determining step. Now moment this tertiary butyl carbonium ion is formed, why would it like to form? Because I told you hyperconjugation. If it was methyl carbonium ion, it would not form. Why? There is no hyperconjugative structures. Here, tertiary carbonium ion would like to form. It is stable as a carbonium ion when it forms is because 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9. These are hyperconjugative structures. I taught you hyperconjugation. Is it clear? Lot of use everywhere. Now this tertiary butyl, step 2, what happens? This tertiary butyl carbonium ion immediately reacts with the OH minus ion. Huh? Kaushik sir, क्या करेगा रे? Every time we are facing this problem.
Voice is breaking मतलब like क्या है?
हाँ, voice is breaking means बराबर सुनता नहीं है. क्या करेगा रे? Is it from our side or their side? अभी पहला लेक्चर तो बराबर क्या? Is it still like that, Sarah? What can we do, Kaushik? फर्स्ट लेक्चर तो बहुत अच्छा गया है. एक मिनट, जस्ट रिमूव ए. इसको हर बार मैं शट डाउन ही किया था ना. इसको शट डाउन नहीं किया था लगता है. हर बार ऐसे शट डाउन करना पड़ेगा क्या? हाँ? Sarah, is it any better? हाँ, okay. We have not changed anything. Last lecture went very well, you know. Now see. Anyway, Sarah, I'm recording this also and sending it to you. Tension mat le. So what happens is, listen carefully. This OH minus, so this is the first step. And what happens is that immediately it forms tertiary butyl alcohol. So when we are talking about rate of reaction, see, this is a complex reaction. Rate of, see, according to law of mass action, what does it say? Rate of reaction is proportional to the concentration of the products in the slow step. If it was what you call elementary reaction, rate of reaction is proportional to concentration of reactant raised to their respective powers. Here we have to take only the concentration of that reactant which is in the slow step. So second, so this much if you write, Sarah, it is 1 mark. Then the rate of reaction is proportional only to the concentration of tertiary butyl bromide. So therefore R, the rate of reaction, is equal to K, a specific rate constant. So what is specific rate constant? It is the rate of reaction when the concentration is 1 molar. So if the concentration is 1 molar, whatever is the rate, R is equal to K ho jata hai na. So we have CH3 whole thrice CBr. So for writing this you get 1 mark. Writing this you get 1 mark. Now here you can see you had 2 reactants, but rate is only proportional to one of them. So we write over here substitution nucleophilic unimolecular. So S stands for substitution, N for nucleophile, and 1 for unimolecular. So these 3 terms you have to write, and there is half a mark for that. Substitution, nucleophilic, unimolecular. Is this point clear? Then there is a third aspect that you have to write over here is the, where is the photo ruler? is the energy profile diagram. हाँ बराबर चलो. So this is called as energy profile diagram, EPD. What is it? Basically it's a graph of what do you call energy, potential energy versus rate of reaction. Potential energy versus rate. So when you are drawing an energy profile diagram, Sara, you must understand one thing, and that is that every bond breaking and every bond formation goes through a higher energy level called as activation energy. So here what I was, suppose if this is the energy of reactant, then what happens? The first transition state is delta E1. That is when tertiary butyl bromide, the carbon bromine bond is breaking. Moment the carbon bromine bond breaks, I told you, you get a stable tertiary carboniamine, tertiary butyl carbon because of hyperconjugation. So anything which is stable will have a lower potential energy. So this is now the potential energy of the tertiary butyl carbonium ion. Now once again this has to form, a bond with OH minus. So again higher energy level, energy of activation. So this is delta E2. Now what happens? Moment the bond is formed, product is getting formed, product energy has to be less. If product energy has to be less, what will it do? It will go down over here. So this will be energy of product. So what is this then? This difference is delta H, the heat of reaction. So energy of product is less than that of reactant. So it's an exothermic process. So what do you understand from the graph? You will say, "Arey sir, why can't we have a graph like this? The first one chota and the next one bada." ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है. The logic over here is, Sara, that the first step was the slow step. What was the slow step? The breaking of the carbon bromine bond was the slow step. Understand that. So obviously that will have the higher energy of activation. So that is why you have to show a graph like this, that this has a higher energy of activation because this is the slow step, and then this is a fast step, it happens quickly. It has, because it has lower energy of activation, it is a fast step, it happens very easily. So this should be the, so this graph will have 1 mark. See, where do we cut marks? You know, Sara, ये potential लिखता नहीं, rate लिखता नहीं है, arrows are not shown. So this graph, tomorrow when I am sending you the record lecture, try to understand the graph. It's clear. So this is about SN1. So what are the points that you have to cover in the question? Discuss the hydrolysis of tertiary butyl bromide. You have to first write the reaction. Give me a minute, I'll have a glass of water and then I'll continue. You have to first what? Discuss the basic reaction. That tertiary butyl bromide is undergoing hydrolysis. That means here there is a nucleophilic substitution where a product and leaving nucleophile. Why is the bromide the leaving nucleophile? Because HBr is a strong acid, so Br minus is a weak base. Why is OH minus a strong base? Because water is a weak acid, so OH minus is a strong base. So it's a law of nature, strong displaces the weak. So this reaction takes place. Then you write down these points. This is substrate, this is nucleophile, product and leaving nucleophile. Then you have to say over here it follows the SN1 mechanism, where you have to explain the word. S stands for substitution, N stands for nucleophile, and 1 is because it is unimolecular. Then we start our discussion that takes place in 2 steps. Step 1 is formation of stable carbonium ion, tertiary butyl carbonium ion. So since this is bond breaking, this is a slow step. And why is it forming? Because why would tertiary butyl carbonium ion inherently form? Because it is stable. And why is it stable? Because of hyperconjugation. Then this tertiary butyl carbonium ion immediately is attacked by OH minus. Between ions and molecule, neutral molecule, ions are less stable. They form immediately tertiary butyl alcohol. So this was one aspect, the mechanistic aspect. Then this is the rate aspect. So according to law of mass action, rate of reaction is proportional to the concentration of the reactant in the slow step. Why we have to say slow step in this case? Because it is a, what do you call, complex reaction. So in the slow step, what happens? Only one reactant, so SN1. Then proportionality has to be converted to equality. So R is equal to K into, so here you must mention, what does K stand for? K is specific rate constant. Specific rate constant, वो भी एक लिख दो, नहीं तो कभी half mark कट है. And then we have the energy profile diagram. So this many points you have to cover in what? In SN1. Are you understanding? सारा समझा क्या? Great. So it's a 4 mark question. Okay. Sometimes it's 3 marks. Now I'll teach you SN2 today. So SN2 क्या रहेगा? उसका question कैसा पूछेगा? Discuss the hydrolysis So at least if there is a postponement of the 12th standard now, then I'll teach you the next chapter also. Abhi, after this I have to teach you only what? I will teach you on Tuesday optical activity. वो खत्म कर देता हूँ. तो halogen derivative हो गया तुम्हारा. Then I will continue. I'll teach you alcohol, phenol, ether. तो इसका practice करेगा तो उतना तुम्हारा 12th में at least marks मिलेगा ना तुमको. बराबर है कि some benefit will happen. I don't think with this surge in COVID cases they will be able to take an exam. Last minute में बोले till the exam is there ना, 23rd is the exam ना, 18th तक we will see. 18th, 19th. If they say postponed, we will continue alcohol, phenol, ether, amines, जितना aldehyde ketone जितना सिखा सकते सिखा देगा. Okay. And then after the exam again we will reassemble and finish everything. So listen, now we are talking about SN2. So how will the question be framed in the board? Discuss the hydrolysis of, आ रहा है क्या? हाँ, discuss the hydrolysis of methyl bromide. So discuss the hydrolysis of methyl bromide. That is the question. So you will say it follows SN2 mechanism. What does S stand for? Write down that. S stands for short form substitution. N stands for this half mark is deducted as Sara. They cut half mark unnecessarily for this. N stands for nucleophile and 2 stands for bimolecular. That means rate of reaction is dependent on 2 aspects, okay, 2 reactants. So first how will you start? First write the reaction. What is the reaction we have? CH3Br is attacked by, ऐसा लिखता हूँ ना CH3Br को, चलो. This is the substrate. This is the attacking nucleophile. So what is going to happen? You are going to get OH, okay, and so this is the product and this is the leaving nucleophile. This is the leaving nucleophile. Is this clear? Now here what happens na Sara, like in the earlier case, even though again water is there, it's going to pull the bromine atom and all that, the carbon bromine bond will not break very easily. Why it will not break very easily? Because if it breaks, it will form methyl carboniamine. And methyl carboniamine is not stable. Methyl carboniamine is not stable. Are you understanding? So what would happen? Now, but OH minus is determined. It is a strong nucleophile. It is going to attack. So step 1, and the only step is in this case, step 1 is frontal dorsal. The frontal means from the front side, dorsal means from the back side. So we have a dorsal attack of OH minus. So what am I trying to tell you? Look, you have CH3Br and OH minus is attacking. Now OH minus cannot attack from the front side. Why it cannot attack from the front side? Because एक problem है क्या? Okay, bromine is a very large atom. It's going to occupy space. It's not going to give space for OH minus. So what does OH minus do? It attacks from the back side. Why? Because there are two small tiny chintu-pintu hydrogen atoms. They can be pushed around. Always the weak, the thin and all are pushed around. Na? ये भी उधर ही हो रहा है. And this is the slow step. Because attack करने का वो तो slow step है. And therefore this is the rate determining step. Now here we get a transition state. So this will be a entrance exam question. In SN1 the intermediate is carboniamine, but in SN2 it is not. Naturally SN2 carbonine बोलेगा नहीं. In SN2 it is transition state. So what is going to happen? You will get a situation where you have OH minus as well as Br minus, and your negative charge is now distributed over both OH minus and Br minus. But what is this resulting in? This is resulting in carbon having pentavalency, na? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this transition state is unstable, and therefore fast step. What happens? You get CH3OH plus Br minus. So what is happening? First thing you are realizing is there is an inversion of configuration. Inversion of configuration. You remember that in they taught R and S configuration. I don't know whether you know this or not. See, let me explain what is this. H, Br, H, H. And this will be what? H, 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 OH. So suppose here what happens? From the higher to the lower, if you go like this, then this is clockwise. Whereas here what will happen, higher to lower, let us say this is hydrogen 1, hydrogen 2, hydrogen 3. Okay. So again over here this is hydrogen 1, barabar? This is hydrogen 2 and this is hydrogen 3. Okay. So what is going to happen is, listen. So from the higher to lower, so here in this case it is moving like this, higher to lower, and in this case, so this is clockwise and this is anti-clockwise. This is what we call as inversion of configuration. Are you understanding? Some teachers teach this is dextro, this will become levo. No, that is not correct. Why? Because these are not optically active compounds. We are going by the R and the S configuration, where if we name, it is clear we are numbered, na? So there is an inversion of configuration. That means what? If this was, all the atoms were clockwise, this arrangement will become anti-clockwise. Is this one? Rectus and synecticus. Synectus. So there is inversion of configuration. That is an entrance exam question. That in SN1, It will form a racemic mixture because partly R, partly S. Here what will happen? This will be inversion of configuration. Then we come to the rate. So rate of reaction is proportional over here to methyl bromide as well as OH minus ion, because in the slow step you have got both the reactants. So rate of reaction is equal to K, the specific rate constant, into methyl bromide into OH minus. So order is over here 1 plus 1 2. That is why it is bimolecular. That is why it is bimolecular over here. Is this point clear? Then let us come down to the energy profile diagram. So this was potential energy and this was rate of reaction. So here there is only one transition state, na? So this is energy of reactant. There is only one transition state. Why? What is happening in the transition state? Simultaneously bond formation and bond breaking is taking place. It's not waiting, OH minus aaja, I'll become pentavalent, and the moment the OH ion attacks, simultaneously Br minus leaves. So there is only one transition state and then the product is formed. So this is energy of product. So this is energy of activation or delta E, energy of activation. And what is this? This is delta H, the heat of reaction. So what do we realize? Hydrolysis of tertiary butyl bromide and hydrolysis of methyl bromide, both are exothermic reaction. Both are exothermic reaction. So this is how much you have to cover for a 3-mark question. This might be a 3-mark question, the other one might be a 4-mark question. But one of the two, generally they ask. It is clear, every year they ask, and for you they'll ask. Because I see तुम्हारा हालत खराब है, they'll ask simple question. This is supposed to be a very simple question. I have explained.